Hello and welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents, not prevents, REEFER Madness, a Call of Cthulhu one-shot that is loosely based on a scenario from the source book called Miskatonic University, but I have heavily modified it. Pray I do not heavily modify it again. I am Dave Bruno and I'm the GM tonight.
My name is Ty. I am Ty. You can find me here and on Twitter. I am playing Veronica Philman, the cheerleader, this evening.
I'm Tom. I am playing Randall Boston, man.
Hey, my name's Mike. I'm playing Howie Schroeder. I'm a character.
Chris.
My name's Jezebel Schwartz, and my real name's Chris, but you can find me on Twitter. And
Chris.
I was about to say, I love how both of you said you can find me on Twitter, but it's now an investigation game because you never gave away your handles.
But you can find us on Dragon Heisters. We also play on there, and Dice Priority for D&D.
Priority.
Yeah.
Priority.
Priority.
I keep thinking it's priority too. Here's what's different about this. First of all, this is our first time on Twitch, so that's cool. But that aside, the things that are different about tonight's game are, first off, you guys are not allowed to spend luck at all to alter your dice rolls, so you are living with your consequences. There's no pushing and there's no luck rolls. You just roll dice, and if you win, you win. You lose. That's bad and good, also, I guess. The other thing you guys are playing for are, I have special rewards, physical rewards, depending on how you turn out tonight.
Physical rewards,
yeah.
Please.
Oh, but I'll go into that in a sec, because the other thing I forgot to mention is this is a one-shot that's like a 70s slasher college-themed one-shot, so that means that we have a lot of characters, and some of them might die. Some of them might die very fast and quickly. So don't be super mad if your character dies because you'll just get a new one. Don't worry about it. But the physical rewards that you get are, if your character manages to live from start to finish and you don't die or change characters at all, you will get this cool button. Ooh. If even one of your characters dies, you will get this cool button. Ooh. If any one of your characters goes insane before dying or living throughout the rest of the campaign, you will get this button. Ooh.
I want to go insane.
And this button is if you manage to impress me with your role-playing skills. You get this button.
Whoa.
There's so many buttons.
That one seems like there's a lot of pressure to get that.
Yeah,
one.
this one... but we'll see.
Well, I mean... Look at our outfits. How you
So far, right now, I think Ty's winning. But yeah,
there should be a costume contest one.
Yeah,
I'd have to make a whole new design and everything. Alrighty, and with that said, I think I will start REEFER Madness. We open with a man sitting in a regal-looking chair next to a lit fireplace. He's wearing a nice gray suit. He's staring seriously at the flames, the room giving off an air of professionalism. He turns to you all, the viewers at home, as the camera pans in on him. Greetings, my fellow Americans. It is 7 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? You are about to witness a performance that may shock you, but its message should be heard by every God-fearing, freedom-loving citizen in our glorious country. It is about a very real threat to our way of life and liberty. The camera changes to a different angle as he turns to again look directly at the viewers at home. I'm of course talking about the dangers of reefer and the effects it has on the youths of our nation. It is imperative you speak to your children, especially those on their way to higher education. College is the facility of sin, and without your watchful eagle eye and sage advice, they too might become victims of the devil's lettuce. What you are about to partake in is a public service announcement. Everything you see is 100% factual and will happen to your children if they are allowed to take in the marijuana. The camera returns to its original position as the man again resets his gaze. Please take everything you are about to say seriously. It is up to you, Americans, to make sure this does not happen outside of this video recording you are about to watch. The camera zooms out slowly as we fade to black, and then the title dramatically appears from the darkness, a sharp sting in music as it does. REEFER Madness! We slow zoom in on an old-looking dormitory building on the campus of Miskatonic University in Arkham, Massachusetts. It's nebulously the 70s, a time of free love, drug use, Vietnam, and Watergate. It's about midsummer off-season for the campus. It's a somewhat stormy night, rain and occasional lightning hammering outside these old brick walls. But inside, something more bittersweet is occurring. Gathered here on the 4th floor of the largest dorm room is a party of students from Miskatonic U. They come, yes, to drink and do drugs, and maybe even partake in the free love this decade is known for. However, that is not what called them here between semesters. No. The students are here in memoriam of their favorite faculty member, Vittoria Nangelo, who has recently fled this mortal coil. Vittoria Nangelo was the most popular teacher at MU. She was an inspiration to everyone, and was just generally all around considered a motivator of education. She has touched a lot of lives teaching at this old university. The students, unfortunately, don't have any answers as to what caused her death a few days ago. The faculty message sent only said that she passed suddenly in the night. This has caused a lot of rumors as to how she may have died, all of which are unfounded. The frustration behind her mysterious death aside, the students gathered in huge crowds for her vigil, and while not all of them could come to this party after the wake, a good-sized crowd has managed to make its way to this empty off-season dorm building. Inside Forrest Adler's gigantic dorm room, granted to him for his work at getting Miskatonic University's football team to finals, go Squids, you good old American boys! A bunch of 20-somethings celebrate Vittoria Nangelo, a life well lived. Okay, everybody, one at a time, describe what kind of person you are and what you're doing at this party.
Well, I'm, I can't graduate because the life outside isn't ready for my style yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Randy.
So I'm here providing alcohol and other things to the lesser aged people I'm with. And we're celebrating my favorite teacher, Vicky. I think that was her name. Out of all my favorite teachers, obviously I did not listen to any of them.
I am Veronica Philman. I am the prettiest cheerleader at Miskatonic U. I am by the punch bowl with Sandy and Maureen, and we are looking at the drab-dressed girls and making fun of them.
Perfect.
My name's Jezebel, and I'm sitting in a corner with one drink, and my teacher, Vicky, was cool. She's someone who got me. And right now I'm imagining I'm listening to the Doors, and I'm looking at the cheerleaders from across the room from me that keep pointing at me and making fun of me, and I'm cursing them with my eyes.
Hey, my name is, Hey, my name is, Howard Schroeder. I wasn't expecting this right now. Oh, God. I'm here at Miskatonic, living my best life. Out there having good experiences, meeting new people, trying new things,
Maureen turns to Sandy and she's like, oh, look at those two over there smoking reefer. I know, they're so lame and they probably smell really bad too, right, Vicky?
Their hair is long and greasy.
Good observation. As you all start...
We're kind of like within earshot.
Yeah.
It's a small room.
We can hear you, stupid younger people, though.
So there's more people at the party besides just these four people. So, Forrest Adler is the guy who owns this dorm. He's the head, what's it called? Quarterback. I know sports. He's the quarterback. He's rushing around to everybody's tables, making sure everybody's having a good time. He's like, oh, hey, Howie, you guys having a good time? I'm so glad you guys showed up. Hey, you getting here? And then he goes over to Randall and he taps you on the back. Hey, can I get you another beer, my man?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Mr. Front Footballman.
Hey, I love you guys. You're so great. This is the best. He goes over to Jezebel. He goes, hey, and then he goes on to Victoria. He's like, hey, Victoria, do you want anything? I could get you a punch, or I could get you a smoothie. What do you want? You want anything?
So a smoothie would be nice. I like kale and vodka and cranberries.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't have a bunch of those things, but I'll see what I can do.
2 of those, please. Yeah, all right.
Okay, that's fine, it's cool. And then he runs off to the kitchen somewhere. And then somebody else who's sitting in here, he runs past the kitchen, and sitting in the corner next to the kitchen is Melissa O'Neill, who's known as the Shy One. She doesn't really talk terribly much, and she's very close-guarded, but everybody knew that she was Vittoria Nangelo's, your teacher that you're here for. She was Vittoria's favorite student. So, like, she's very somber and sitting in the corner, just kind of keeping to herself. And then, as you guys are all partying and everything, Claude Owen and his big, nerdy bodyguard, Curtis Bleeker, step in through the door. And Claude, everybody knows Claude is just kind of a prick, and Curtis is just kind of his big, silent lackey that tends to follow him around. And they're here more for Vittoria's memory than they are for anybody else at the party, so they sit down at a table and they just kind of try to keep the filth of the rest of the party off themselves as they keep to themselves. And then Kirk Lockhart's in the kitchen, and he comes out and he's just like, "Hey, who wants some of these?" And he's got like 2 6-packs in his hands, and he's passing them out to everybody. And Mabel Lake takes one. She's an art student, and she sips very finely. And that's everybody that's at this party. So, Howie, if you want to share your thing.
Oh yeah, hey y'all, get around real quick. I got some good.
You got some bomb dude. You got some bogue. You got some boob.
Yeah, you got it. I got some boob boat, whatever you want to call it. The devil's nose hair. Yeah, I got it. I think it's real good. I think we should all smoke it right now. What do you say?
Kirk kind of jumps onto the couch next to you, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll do some of that. Pass that on the left-hand side, my man."
Hey, can you hand me a beer?
Kirk takes a Toki, and he hands you, and he hands you one of the beers in his hand. He's like, "Ooh!" And when he blows out, the smoke is green, like, which is unique and strange for this. Howie, this is your first time seeing what the smoke looks like from this thing that you found. So he blows that out. He's like, "Oh, what is that? Where did you get this stuff?" And he hands it over to. He looks behind the couch and he tries to hand it to Jezebel.
Jezebel walks up. Yep, she takes it.
Hell yeah!
This is the best way to open up all of your senses to let all the demons in and out.
I like her. She's bitching.
That's pretty much the most badass person
Can
here.
someone put on the Doors, please?
It's the only band.
That's like, only goth band I can. That's not even goth.
Doors in the 70s.
You gotta only quote songs Charlie Manson loved.
Oh god.
Chris, who do you try to hand it off to?
I walk up to the cheerleaders.
Ew, I don't want to touch Reefer. What about you, Maureen? Ew, I don't want to touch Reefer. What about you, Victoria?
No, Maureen. Of course I don't want to smoke reefer.
That's a good girl.
You keep looking at me. You must be awful scared. Huh? Scared?
Jezebel brings up a good point. Fear has a lot to do with this.
Roll for peer pressure. Actually, Victoria, roll for Constitution.
Sure. That's a 62, and I don't think my Constitution's quite that. Oh, it's a 70. Hell yeah!
Nice. So you managed to fend off the devil's lettuce.
Please, after your lips touched it, no way.
Ooh. Mabel saves the day by walking over to you, Jezebel, and she's just like, "Oh, I'll try some of that. It brings out my creative spirit, you know." And she takes it from you and puffs on it, and then she kind of coughs and everything. Again, the green smoke comes out. "Where did you get this stuff from, Howie?" And then you see Claude across the way, and he's looking like suspiciously at it, but you don't know if he's just gonna narc or not.
Well, I got I got my sources, and this one came in special.
Ooh, I like how mysterious that is. And she hands it off. She tries to hand it off to. She tries to hand it to Melissa O'Neill, but Melissa O'Neill has like just a shield of Constitution, so she doesn't even have to say anything. She goes like this, and Mabel passes it off to Randall. Randall?
What do you think of that, Randall?
But I'll do both.
That was a nice trick. I didn't even see you do that.
Thank you very much.
You're doing your own?
Wait, hold on. I keep slipping into Mike's accent. I gotta stick to Tommy John.
You gotta stay just
man, I
get
brought my own.
There it is.
But don't worry, I'll do both. It's fine. It's cool.
Alrighty.
Real Casanova like that.
As you deny it, Forrest comes back into the room and he starts handing out the things that everybody requested. Mabel tries to hand it off to him, and Forrest goes, "Oh no, it's cool if you guys want to have fun. I just want everybody to have a good time. But I'm an athlete, and that would be really bad for me, you know. So you guys have a good time. I'm not doing that." And he passes on it and stuff. So the joint eventually makes its way all the way back to Howie. So Howie, you got your joint back.
All right, it's real small at this point.
It's real small.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen anything like this, guys. It's the green smoke. I mean, it's really actually not supposed to do that. So
it's probably really bad for us. As you all party down, a couple chatting in the corner can be overheard briefly. "Did you see Frank at the vigil?" "Nah, man, I haven't seen him in a while. I wonder if his expulsion had anything to do with it." "Expulsion? I heard he dropped out." "Ah, yes, the elephant in the room, Frank Charlton, a well-known jokester on campus, and also someone loosely in your friend circle, left the school a few weeks ago. There seem to be mixed rumors as to how he left, but the fact that he's not here is noticed by some. While you guys are partying, you guys are here for your teacher, Vittoria Nangelo, so if anybody would like to stand up and maybe give a speech or like a parting word."
I got something. Vicky! She taught math, right? Everybody? She was cool.
Social sciences.
Cool. Step down.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, Randy! Yeah, you tell how it is, brother.
He's so emotional. Kirk gets up really quick and he's just like, "Let's all raise a glass to Vittoria. I remember that one time that we went on that school bus and she took us to like an active volcano in the area and taught us all about volcanic rocks for science, I guess. That was cool. That was really cool of her. She always had my back with my activism, you know? And she always was there to fight for people. So here's to her." And he takes the drink out of his beer.
Yeah, I'll get up there. I'll say something. Victoria and I knew each other from way back since 1968, and
2 years ago.
Before we landed on the moon.
That times were different back then. We hadn't been to the moon, and also JFK was still alive. Wait, yeah, JFK was still alive, and that was it. And Woodstock hadn't happened yet. Things were different back then. The world was young and immature, and Victoria and I found love together. We didn't have relations, but
she was a poetry teacher, wasn't she?
Social sciences.
She loved the world, and I did too, and that's how we found our love together. And now she's dead. So let's just let's go ahead and light up a joint real quick.
You're here, man.
For Victoria, I'll pass that around. Here you go, Ty. Or whoever.
Victoria.
Gotcha, brother.
Just to clarify something really quick, her name is Vittoria, no C.
I know, I'm saying it wrong on purpose.
Yeah, I figured Randall was doing it on purpose, but then because Ty's character is Victoria, so I probably screwed up a little bit by naming him too close, but yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought Victoria died. I didn't know Victoria.
It's a real.
Hey, what's up, Victoria? I didn't see you there. How are you?
Ew.
Oh, gross. Oh, murder.
Excuse me, everyone, shut up. I want to say something. Thanks.
I almost spat my beer.
Miss Angelo was like one of the few people that deserve to actually live, and she's dead. That's how life is, I guess. You're all assholes.
Claude Owen.
Fuck yeah, Jessica. Fuck yeah, say it how it is. Live your best life.
Claude Owen
Right,
gets
man.
up and he kind of plays with his collar a little bit and he's like, I would like to say something about Victoria and Angela. And then somebody throws a beer bottle at him and Curtis like gets up. He's like, hey, which one of you fuckers did that? I'll find you. And there's like a little bit of a drama in the corner as Claude tried to do something and then was picked on because he's a prick.
I will say my speech. Everyone's ready? Miss Angelo was the best teacher because she taught social science, and that's way less nerdy than biology and physics. So the best of the sciences, and she was pretty, which gives her value.
Like 6 people actually clap.
This broad's got a point.
Jezebel just boos.
Melissa gets up and she's like, I would like to say something, and she's very shy and everything, and Forrest is like, whoa, Melissa wants to say something, everybody give her the floor, and everybody actually like wants to listen to her because Melissa doesn't speak that often, and she goes, Vittoria and Angelo gave me hope and she believed in me, and that really inspired me to do my best at what I could, but now she's gone, so... And then she just kind of sits down, and Forrest is like, hey, give it up for Melissa! Victoria was the best of us. She always rallied at the football games, and she was a big inspiration, you know? It sucks missing her, man. Does anybody need anything? Who wants a beer? Whatever. I'll get you a beer! And he runs off into the room, the kitchen. You can tell he's starting to cheer up.
Stealing my staff.
You all party some more, but suddenly lightning strikes and the power goes out. The music abruptly stopping as the room goes quiet and then is filled with the sounds of confused students. Perhaps the lightning knocked out the electricity. There's a breaker on the second floor that can fix that. Everybody roll sanity for the lights going out.
Guys, this is really fucking scary. Whoa.
Jezebel just starts yelling, oh, they're here! Come! Possess me! Give me power!
Forrest,
For you, cheerleader.
Forrest runs out in the room. He's like, whoa, hey, the lights went out. This is probably the storm. Nobody worry. Nobody panic. Everybody keep having fun. Let's talk about some gossip. I don't know. We can talk about anything. It's fine. I'm going to go check on the breaker. Does anybody want to come with me? Who's really good with electronics or just wants to keep me company because it's spooky out there?
I'll go with you because I know where everything in this building.
Oh, good. Yes. Victoria, do you want to go with us at all?
No,
Mama.
I want to sit on the couch and hang out.
Okay, that's fine. How about Howie, you want to come with me, or you want to Jesse, you want to come with? You like the dark, right?
I love the dark.
You want to come?
Far out.
You want to come with me?
Sounds like most of my friends are going, so I'm gonna go too.
Okay. So Victoria decides to stay behind because she wants to gossip. So mute your microphone, Ty. But everybody else is gonna go with Forrest to go turn the lights back on. It sounded like, or Chris, you just said you liked the dark.
I just said I love the dark, and I'm just gonna follow them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say yes. I'm just gonna walk.
Okay. So everybody this group is deciding to go. As you wander these old, empty halls, the flash of lightning and muffled thunder occasionally breaking the silent darkness, you go down 2 flights of stairs and make your way towards the breaker box. Just before you reach it, you see 2 people down the hall, out of the way on your left. Everybody who's there, roll spot hidden.
I rolled a 1, Dave.
Oh, damn! So you see everything with perfect clarity.
I see everything. I love the dark.
I got a 32.
That's probably right. As long as one of you passed, this one was actually fine.
I got a way to light up these.
I got 94, so I'm good.
That fails hard if you got a 94. You got to get under the number.
I gotta get under. Oh,
yeah.
I lost hardcore. Damn.
Yeah.
It's like golf.
Yeah, the Call of Cthulhu's golf. Yeah, it's been a while. Don't worry.
Howie, man, I got a way we can light up these hallways, though, bro. Hold on, check it out.
Sweet.
See, we're gonna light them up, man.
Alrighty.
Coolest, Randy.
Everybody.
You guys are the oldest children I've ever seen.
So,
Never.
It's impressive, really.
Love to be a child. Love to be a child, Jezebel, for a laugh.
as you guys are walking down the hall, you see these two people off to your right. They're not in the way of where you're going. They're just kind of off to the right. And because you got good night vision, I guess, Jezebel, you see them. And they appear to be making out. It's hard to tell from this distance. There's smoke rising seemingly between their faces as they kiss. Perhaps they're sharing a cigarette together. But regardless, the breaker box is directly in front of you.
In front of me, or like, are the making out people?
The making out people are on your right. The breaker box is in front of you. They are out of the way. They're just there, and you noticed them.
I'm gonna walk to the people. I'm not gonna walk down. I'll like step towards them.
You're gonna get closer.
Like, if they don't notice me, I'm gonna get closer, but I'm just gonna whisper if they hear me.
They don't seem to notice you as you're getting closer. As you get a little closer, you notice their making out is pretty intense. But the breaker box is in front of everybody else if anybody wants to do anything with the breaker box.
I'll tell everyone the breaker box is over there.
I gotta see this.
I say to the making out couple, "This is how you die, you know."
Okay. As you get close to the couple, the woman seems to kind of crumble. Her body turns to ash and breaks apart, scattering into a fine dust as it hits the floor. You hear the sound of a bong rip coming from the man as he slowly raises his head to look at you. His eyes are smoking deep green pits. His mouth looks charred. He speaks, and smoke comes out of his mouth as he does.
Got a light?